Hello everyone, good afternoon, Rose here. Today I'm reacting to Foodie Beauty's video called, oh, where is it? A message for all the desperate women out there, as well as including a lot of clips that I have found on Twitter that I wanted to include with the video. So I have been gone for a couple of days. I've not been feeling well, but I'm feeling better. And a lot of things have been happening since I've been away. And in a word, it looks like Foodie Beauty has been busy being nasty in every sort of way, just being nasty to everyone, going out of her way to being nasty in her community posts, being nasty on Twitter, striking videos, just being her usual regular raging self. That's what she's been doing. Not packing as she should, not really spending a whole lot of time with Sala as she's claimed to do, but just all over YouTube and all over Twitter being nasty. It just seems to be her new occupation, being nasty. And I'm going to show you guys her being nasty and being called out for being nasty. So let me just go ahead and share the screen so you guys can see and hear what I see. Okay, there we go. So there's her video, but we'll get to that in a minute. Before we get into it though, I gotta look at all the tabs I have opened up. We're gonna go through them all before we get to her video. And I'm also going to include in this react a couple of videos from a couple of different reactors, Just Saying and Perfectly Imperfect, because they put together two excellent videos that have to do with this react. Foodie just acting her usual normal, rotten, evil, mean self. Let's bring this up. So those of you that have been watching Foodie or watching the reaction channels, keeping up with Foodie from the reaction channels. So Foodie has been turning off her comments. We all know that, which hurts her engagement immensely. Let me show you how immensely. Look, you do a search for Foodie Beauty. Her channel does not come up in the search right away. All the reaction channels. So we're going to go past, like, look, you got Perfectly Imperfect, Gary Unfiltered, Just Breezin'. Look at all these channels that come up before Foodie. Look, where's Foodie? Where's Foodie? Where is she? It's all the way down here. She's all the way down the page in the search. All the reaction channels come up first. Alex is Shook, Orco TV, even Tea and Sass comes up before Foodie. And Tea and Sass is somebody that Foodie has been ridiculing for the longest, calling her a mummy. Look at that, Foodie. Even an older woman's channel comes up in the search before yours. How do you feel about that? How do you feel? Look, all the reaction channels come up first before Foodie when you search for Foodie. So this is what happens when you turn your comments off, Foodie. You hurt your own engagement. You know, YouTube punishes you for that. What else do we got here? Oh, this is the video from Just Saying. We'll get to that in a minute. And this is the one from Perfectly Imperfect. We'll get to that also in a second. Let's get to all the Twitter stuff first before we cover those. So this is from Shenanigans. Foodie is doing something really odd. She's being her normal nasty self on YouTube, but on Instagram, she's trying to play a much different fiddle. So she did an Instagram post, and here are some of the replies to that Instagram post. I find this is all so sad. A grown woman like you, I wish you so much luck, and I hope you find your way out of delusion. So this person says, why are all your posts close-ups of your face? Well, because she's got the filter on her face, and I don't think the filters work for the rest of her body. So whenever Foodie does a picture or a post, it's always really close up on her face, and she'll maybe hold up her hand. That's her famous pose, you know, holding up the hand for some reason, like she's trying to ask for permission in class. Hey, teacher, can I leave the class? Let me just raise my hand. But I don't think the filters work on anything but her face. And she's gaining a lot of weight. So she's trying to hide how much weight she's gaining by using the excessive filters and by doing the face close-ups. Uh, Judge Judy says, why does Sala not comment on your post? So the responses to her Instagram post were quite brutal. Oh, here's something else that happened. So Foodie, like I said, has been running around all over YouTube, on Twitter, posting awful things to people, and she's saying it's a fake account. Well, guess what, Foodie? We got the proof. Two-tailed caperer says it's a fake Foodie Beauty account, leaving all those nasty comments on reaction channels. Nah, let's squash that rumor right now with hard proof. So here's the video showing how you can check somebody out. You can click on their name and it goes directly to their channel. So it's not a fake Foodie Beauty. And nobody thought for a second it was a fake Foodie Beauty, because only Foodie Beauty has all kinds of time to go all over YouTube, go all over Twitter, strike videos, leave nasty comments. You know, she's got a lot of rage and anger, our Foodie. And she's got to let it out once in a while or else it boils over. So she's been in a ragey mood. So she wants to leave these comments and say, it's not me, it's not me. And it's not, it is you, Foodie. Look, here's a video with proof. That is you. That's you doing it. What else we got here? Okay, so Zachary, Michael, he was watching Foodie in the video that I'm going to react to, and this was his reaction when she called herself a Canadian queen, and this is courtesy of Malarkey Meter.
Why would Sala go for you girls when he has a Canadian queen like me? You make no sense. Oh.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm coming back. That one took me out. That took me way the fuck out.
Why would Sala?
Oh yeah, I mean, I kind of had the same reaction when I saw her say that. I'm like, what? What did she just call herself? Yeah. So that was Zachary's reaction to all of it. Okay, this is courtesy of P. This is the filtered Foodie versus the real Foodie. What a difference those filters make. Look, you can see the eye widening filter right here. You can see the skin smoothing filter right here. Yeah. Yeah, okay, Foodie. The pointy chin versus the real chin. Girl, you can stop with the filters now. Seriously. You rely too much on them to the point where I think you honestly think you look like this. No, this is the real you. And if you're going to get married or in a relationship with somebody, they're going to be involved with the real you. So what is the point of all these filters? Except maybe you want to delude yourself into thinking you actually look like this versus this. Okay. All right, so this is kind of an unfiltered picture. And I just recently learned that there are apps where you can pull up a picture and take the filters off. I don't know if that's what Chantal's deleted comments did, but this is like the real her. So look at this. Now, Foodie didn't have these burns previous to her outhouse visit. That's right, she's been visiting the outhouse again. We know what that means. She was going to the outhouse a lot when she was seeing Natter, and then when everybody caught on that it might be a drop-off point for chemicals, party favors, she stopped going, but she's going there again. And one thing that's starting to surface again are the burn marks on her lips. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody's saying that it might be the herpes, but I would think with that many sores, it would be almost impossible for her to talk without being in a great deal of pain. Those look more like burn marks, and is consistent with if she's using a mouth pipe, look one side nor the other. Like first you're smoking from one side, then the other. I mean, look how many burns. Is that why you're so ragey, Chantal? You're hitting the mouth pipe and doing too much mouth is affecting your mood? It might be, ma'am. It might be. Oh, yeah, this is from Perfectly Imperfect. So, like I said, Foodie has been going out of her way just to be a rude bee to everybody, including Perfectly Imperfect. Foodie seems to have a list of people that she goes after a lot. She's been going after T and Sass a lot, I feel, because she's an older woman. She's going after Perfectly Imperfect, going after French Fry Girl. I mean, she's got like 3 or 4 people that she's going after. So here's a comment that she left for Perfectly Imperfect, saying, what grounds do you have to claim it's fake love? Oh, gerbil one, you are oddly obsessed and jealous. Clearly, you should seek help for that weirdo. Perfectly Imperfect says, unblock me and open your comments, freak. You are such a coward, and you won't even see the comment because you have me blocked. You are a coward. Yeah, Foodie, you are a coward. Because you feel free to go into other people's comments sections and their Twitters and leave nasty comments. You dish it out, but you can't take it. You dish it out, but you can't take it. Miss Big Bad Boss Bitch can't take it. You can dish it out all day long, but you can't take even a shred of anything coming back at you. So open your comments, Foodie. Okay, so this clip is from Shenanigans. Now, this is Pete's talking about the new place. We've been hearing a lot about this mansion, although 4 bedrooms is not a mansion. So Pete's pretty much put Foodie on blast and explained the situation with the house.
What's for dinner? We had hot dogs for dinner. Packed the kitchen? No, we haven't packed the kitchen yet. We haven't packed anything yet.
So this was a recent live stream. So they haven't packed anything, nothing. And here we are, like a week or 8 days away from the move out day, and nothing's been packed. Nothing. So are they going to leave a whole house full of stuff for the landlord to deal with? Kind of sounds like it. Sounds like they're going to pack up their personals, like their clothes and whatnot, and leave the rest behind for the landlord. But it's, you know, packing up a house is a long process, depending on how much stuff you got. It's a long, drawn-out process, and they haven't even started.
Situation. It's a house. It's a decent-sized house, but it's not a mansion. It's just a solid middle-class house. Yes, well, she likes to exaggerate, so.
Yeah, Foodie does like to exaggerate. So they're moving into a 4-bedroom house. That's not a mansion. But Foodie has been bragging that it is a mansion. Foodie, when I think of a mansion, I think of a place that is grand. We're talking thousands of square feet, maybe an indoor swimming pool, your own theater. I mean, just grand, huge. A 4-bedroom house is not a mansion. Maybe to you it is, compared to what you and Pete have right now, but you're over there lying and exaggerating and saying, I'm moving into a mansion. It's not a mansion. He just confirmed it. It's just a 4-bedroom house, ma'am. Okay, this is not Foodie. This is not a Foodie clip. Y'all like the animal clip. So this is a palace cat. Look at him. He looks like a big old plump pillow. And in the winter, they sit on their tails to avoid the snow. Look. Okay, I'm going to turn the sound down. But he's sitting on his little fluffy tail. So he's not sitting on the snow. It's actually kind of a smart idea. If you are a big fluffy cat and you got a fluffy tail and your feet are on that cold snow, you're going to say, I'm going to sit on my tail for a minute. Look at him. He looks like a big old plump throw pillow. He looks fuzzy. Fuzzy butt. All right, another little animal clip. This is Gato Nero. Oh, Doggone it with the music. So she's going to give him a kiss. Smooth. Smooth. The cat just winked at you. All right. Last Twitter clip, then we're getting into the two videos. All right. So this is Foodie. I guess this is the well, it is filtered Foodie. She's still got the skin smoothing filter on, but notice her eyes aren't huge. She doesn't have the big eyes, but she's got the skin smoothing filter. But Foodie, you're hotter than 90% of YouTube. This is you being hotter than 90% of the people on YouTube. Okay. Okay, whatever you say. All right, where do we start first? Let's start with Just Say It's clip. Let's start with Just Say It's clip. Okay, so these are all the posts that Foodie made making fun of the reactors. So this is her like taking the time out to make this picture of tea and sass. And another one of French Fry Girl. And Perfectly Imperfect saying, even filtered wolf, what do these reaction pair guys think they are better than everyone when they all resemble Buzz's girlfriend with body image issues? I can lose weight, honey, but your face is forever. So for those who do not know, Perfectly Imperfect used to be a lot heavier in weight. She went through weight loss surgery and she lost a lot of weight. And I congratulate you on that, Perfectly Imperfect, because losing the weight is just one part of the battle. But there's a whole process and a lot of steps you got to go through just to get the surgery. Before the surgery, you got to go through the psych evaluation, a 2-week liquid diet. There's so many things you have to do, and you went through all of those, and you got the surgery, and you lost the weight. And can I just say, you look fabulous, absolutely fabulous. And Foodie's over there saying she can lose weight. You know what, Foodie? Prove it. Let's see you prove it. Prove it to us, ma'am. Do it. Because you haven't done it yet. You're gaining more weight to the point where you're relying too much on those filters and clothing to hide just how big you're getting. I think you're somewhere in the 500, 525 pound range. Your body can't take much more. You need to take steps to take care of your health because the body can only put up with so much. But you are throwing shade at somebody who took control of their health. They got the weight loss surgery. They lost the weight. They're doing much better. You're going to throw shade at somebody taking control of their life and making improvements where you've made no improvements to yourself. You're too busy running around on YouTube and Twitter just being a nasty person to everybody. And another, Foodie was all in her community post, just constantly posting. Here's one saying, oh, and I know you are all excited thinking you will have the opportunity to pick our lives apart. No, no, honey. Foodie Beauty has wisened up and done sharing her privacy. So keep your ignorant, moronic theories going because you will never learn any personal info about me or my home or my cats ever again. Stay mad and guessing. You know, Foodie, I'm curious. I'm very curious. You sit there and you tell your audience that you and Sala are on the phone or on live chat with each other for hours. He plays keyboard for you. You sit there and you talk. So how is it that this man, Sala, this professional working man, that he works all day and he has time to talk to you for hours after he's done working? And how is it that you have time to talk to him for hours and also you spend hours on YouTube and Twitter and making all these Photoshop pictures too? I mean, you claim one thing, but then your actions say another. What else we got here? So she took all the posts down where she made all the Photoshop pictures. She took them all down. I took them down because they were mean and I felt bad. She feels bad, but yet she's laughing. Still was kind of fun. Anyways, see you guys. You didn't feel bad, Foodie. This is on brand with you. You like to do awful things and then run from the consequences. You sit there and you scream all day long about bullying, yet when you do it to people, you'll do it and then you'll run from the consequences before they come. Oh, here's another one of her posts. I'm getting married. No, you're not. You're not getting married. You have yet to meet this man even once. And you know what, Foodie? Anybody could type up a pixelated ring. Let's see you get the real thing on your finger. Okay, so that's the video from from Just Saying. And I will leave a link for that in the description. Before we get into Foodie's video, let's check out this very short video from Perfectly Imperfect, talking about this person, Sala, and how he might be a scammer.
I'm just perfect the way I am.
There's some updates to Foodie Beauty's Instagram. Big one right here.
Oh, that's another thing that Foodie did. She changed her last name to his last name. They're not even married yet. They're not even married and she's already trying to take his last name. You shouldn't be taking a person's last name until you are officially married.
Here, she has changed her name to Chantal Al-Rafieh. So I don't know if this means they're married, maybe, because I believe I read somewhere that in Kuwait, you can get a marriage done online. So we shall see, but she did change her name. She has now taken his last name. Now, more than likely, this is just trolling. She's looking for attention. She's looking for people to join her Instagram because I really do believe she's trying to rebrand herself on Instagram. So it could be a troll. Who knows? Now, since my last video, she did add 3 new posts. This one here says, love these hijab pins. And she shows the pin that she has on her hijab. The next post is a quote. It says, you have every right to try and be a better version of yourself every day, and you owe no one a single explanation as to why you are choosing a new path for yourself. Same old, same old. Okay.
So she's trying to rebrand herself on Instagram. My question is why? I mean, YouTube is where she makes all of her money. Why rebrand herself on Instagram? She's not making money there. Wouldn't it be more important to rebrand yourself on the platform where you're making money versus one where you're not? I mean, I don't get that. What is the purpose of rebranding yourself on one platform but not the other? Because the two completely clash.
Okay, guys, so this is where it gets good. So she posts a picture of Salah, and he's standing in front of a very nice sports car. Now, I don't know if he sent her this, if this is a picture on.
Can I just say this looks like an old photo. This doesn't look like a recent photo of Salah. And anybody, me, you, anybody watching this video, any of us could walk up to an expensive sports car or a mansion or anything luxurious and take a picture. Anybody could do it. It doesn't mean that the car or the mansion or whatnot belongs to us, but anybody can do this. So if this guy's a scammer, anybody can do what he's doing right now and walk up to an expensive car or a mansion and take a picture and give the impression that it belongs to them.
His Instagram, I don't know, but I will say this. This is very common for scammers to do. This is very common. They will try to act and portray that they are richer, that they are wealthier than they actually are. If you watch Tinder Swindler, that's an example of a man who pretended to be wealthier than he is. It's a way for them to lure their victims into giving them money. They say, well, look, I'm wealthy. I made this money through investments. Trust me. So he gains her trust through falling in love very quickly. And then he proceeds to talk about how he's so wealthy and he's so successful. Pictures like this are very common. Think of Tinder Swindler, where he was having pictures of him on private planes, pictures like this in front of fancy cars. This is something that scammers will do.
Yep. And I got a question. I got a question right off the bat. If this gentleman, Sala, if he's real, if he's not a fake, if he's not a cover for Natter, if he's wealthy, if he's rich, common sense asks the question, why isn't he sending Foodie Beauty money? Why isn't he sending her gifts? Why didn't he send her a ring? I mean, he's rich, right? That means he can afford anything he wants, right? So why hasn't she received anything physical from this man? Not even a bouquet of roses. Nothing. You can order roses and send them internationally through different companies. You can order anything and send them to somebody. If they're engaged or married, why hasn't he sent her anything physical to confirm that they are definitely in a relationship? She doesn't even have a physical ring to show off. Nothing. No roses, no ring, no nothing. So Mr. I'm so rich over there posing with a car, where are his gifts to Foodie if he's so wealthy?
So for me, seeing this picture, it doesn't do what Foodie Beauty thinks it's doing. This just is giving more evidence that this man is a scammer. Now, another interesting thing I found was, what characteristics do people that are scammed, what characteristics do they have? And they've done studies on people that are easily scammed, especially romance scammers. And this is what I found. Some psychological variables appear to be associated with the risk of being scammed, such as female gender, that's Chantal, middle-aged, that's Chantal, higher levels of neuroticism, that is her, tendencies to the romantic idolization of effective relations, sensation seeking, impulsiveness, and susceptibility to addiction. Guys, this is Foodie Beauty to a T.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I mean, she checked off every single one of those boxes. And that's probably why she keeps running into scammers, because she does check off all the boxes. And she's a woman with money. I don't know how much money. I don't know what her paychecks are these days, but she's making enough that it will get a scammer's attention. And not only that, she's a multi-level addict with an addictive personality. She's got an addiction for attention. She's got an addiction for men, for drugs, for different things. She's got many addictions going on. And she wears her heart on her sleeve. She wants someone to claim her. She said that. She wants to be in a relationship so bad. I'm not quite sure what happened in Foodie's life, but the last couple of years, she's been on a manhunt. She's been almost feverish to be in a relationship with somebody, anybody, just to be claimed. Maybe because her health is so bad, and maybe she feels like she doesn't have a whole lot of time left and she doesn't want to pass away alone, or she wants to be able to say, I've got a man, I'm married. I don't know, but she has been on a feverish manhunt for a man, for a relationship for the last 2 years. It's been insane. And she ran into Natter and then this guy. So if Sala is not Natter, if Sala is a different person, it just feels like she ran into yet another scammer who's far away versus being local. And he's playing the long game with Foodie. He's building up that phony sense of trust of not asking for anything up front, not asking for money up front. Scammers these days, they realize that people are getting smarter to the game. They realize that if they ask for something up front, that the red flags will come up right away. And so they lull the victim into a sense of trust by not asking for anything, not wanting anything up front. And then later on, they'll hit you with wanting something later on down the road.
Every single one of those characteristics, she has a high level of. Do you not agree? I mean, this is crazy. And I had been thinking this was a scam all along, but after that last picture of him in front of that sports car, I am more than convinced now more than ever that this man is a scammer. And by the way, he is good at what he does. This man is a scammer. This is how he makes his livelihood. Now I wanted to go over Salah's Instagram. He
So you know what? I just got to point this out. We just saw the black and white picture of Salah, and now we're seeing this picture of Salah. It just seems like that one picture that Foodie posted was a picture of his younger self versus this one, and he looks a little bit older here. I mean, it may be something minor, but just something I'm just noticed.
did change his profile picture. He also changed his introduction there. He says, "My silence doesn't mean I agree with you. It's just that your level of ignorance has rendered me speechless." So look, everybody's been saying he's been quiet. He's not commenting on Chantal's YouTube. He hasn't been commenting on her Instagram. I think this is his way of kind of making a statement. But here's the thing: we're not going to hear from Salah. He's going to be as quiet as he can. He might put like an emoji comment on one of Foodie Beauty's posts. He might do something like that, but he's not going to say much more than that because this man is a professional scammer, in my opinion, and he's going to be as private as he can. This is what these people do. We're not dealing with somebody like Matin. This is somebody who really knows what he's doing. I mean, in my opinion, I think he's been researching Foodie Beauty for a while. The fact that he has 2 YouTube accounts, we know Foodie Beauty. There's a lot out there about her. Her personality traits show that she's very susceptible to scams, especially romance scams. So again, this is all in my opinion. Anyway, I would love to know what you think. Do you think this picture of him in front of the car is just more evidence that he is a bona fide scammer or not?
I do. I do perfectly imperfect. I think he's playing the long game with Foodie. And Foodie, she's someone that she doesn't do anything for anybody unless she gets something back. And the more she does, the more she expects in return. So she's going to marry this guy, or she says she's going to marry this guy, and who knows if it's actually going to happen. But there's been talk that possibly the reason why she's getting married is citizenship. And I do know something about the citizenship thing because I had an ex-husband from Mexico City. We were married for 5 years, and citizenship, if that is the purpose of this marriage, they don't give it right away. You have to be married for, I believe, 2 or 3 years minimum before they give you the green card or citizenship. It's a long process. So if that's what this guy is going for, if that's one of the things that he gets in return for marrying her, maybe she's looking at it as, I'll have a husband for at least 2 or 3 years. You know, he'll be trapped in a marriage with Foodie. Can I just tell you, Foodie, from experience, there is nothing worse than being in a loveless marriage. If the partner that you are married to does not love you, if they're not truly your partner, it's going to be very lonely. It's going to be full of sadness, full of heartbreak. It's not what you think it's going to be. Trapping a man with you is not the same as a man being your partner. You're in for a whole lot of hurt and heartbreak like you can't even believe. You'll be in your own personal purgatory. But considering the people that you've hurt in your life, the people that you've used and scammed and offended, I love that for you. I do. And I hope this guy's real, and I hope that he marries you, and I hope that he introduces you to that level of pain, because that will be payback to all the people you've lied to, scammed, conned, cheated on. You're going to know what pain is if you get in a marriage like that. So let's move on to her video called A Message for All Desperate Women Out There. So Foodie was a little high on her horse, and she did this video where she was completely snotty and bitchy and in complete head cheerleader mode. One thing I've been noticing about Foodie's live streams lately. So before the constant live streams now, she said she was becoming a different person and she wasn't going to live stream as much. She's back to live streaming a lot more, but she's also back to using the word bees a lot in the titles. I think that's very telling because beezing is misbehaving for her. That's a cute term that she came up with so she could misbehave and do it without feeling bad. So coffee bees, this bees, that bees. She gave misbehaving and not acting right a cute term, which it's not cute. It's not cute to do it. It's especially not cute for somebody who's almost 40 years old. But she's fallen back into old habits. And considering the number of burns on her lip and the way she's raging and using the term bees, and now back to using her old intro, I'm just getting the feeling that the things between her and Sala are not as good as they could be, or they're over, and she just doesn't want to come forward and say it's over. She's going to keep up this ruse for another week or two, and then something's going to happen. But let's check out the video from Miss Foodie Beauty.
As you know, I'm kind of in weird moods, and sometimes I just feel like doing videos. So I'm just wanting to.
And why is she pointing this out? I drink a whole jug every day. Why is it so important to point out that you drink water every day? Water is healthy for you, but why are you pointing that out? And you lied on yourself anyway, saying I drink a whole jug every day. Well, that jug is almost half full. So,
I guess, talk about some, I don't know if it's like prejudices or what you would call it, but definitely misconceptions. And this is going to sound super snotty, but I want every woman out there to know that if you are so desperate that you have to enter the DMs of somebody that I'm involved with or try to, I need you to know that any reply you get from anyone calling themselves Sala, like they even have the nerve to pretend to be that worthy, to even enter his DMs, any reply you get is fake because this man spends hours on video call with me every day.
and how is that possible if you spend hours every day running around on Twitter, running around on YouTube, you're in the live chats of people leaving nasty comments, you're leaving nasty comments on their videos and all of that, copy striking videos, you spend hours doing that. So how can you spend hours doing that and hours talking to Sala? Do you see how those are conflicting? How do you have hours for him and hours for that too? And Foodie, if you're getting married, if you've got a man in your life that makes you happy, if you're moving into a new place, why aren't you so full of happiness that you're radiating happiness? You're not radiating happiness. You are radiating misery, anger, rage, self-frustration. Those are the things that are wafting off of you like a stinky perfume.
Shows me screenshots of every single person trying to follow him, has all comments turned off, is not accepting new friend requests anywhere. And his dating app that you're so hanging on to as proof that this man doesn't love me. Please, you're so gullible, just like you all accuse.
No, you're gullible. Because a long, long, long time ago, when you were so enthralled with Natter, to the point where you actually made a video, a live stream, and you said in the live stream, and I quote directly from you, I am addicted to this man. Those were your words. I'm addicted to this man. And yet, the reaction channels found his profiles, his hookup profiles, and brought them to your attention. And you ignored them. And what happened? All that drama, all that hurt, all that misery, because you chose to ignore them. You wanted to see what you wanted to see. You wanted to be involved with him no matter what, because you're so man crazy right now, because you're so feverish to be claimed and to be in a relationship. You ignored the warnings, the red flags, the obvious outs to the person that you were seeing was not committed to you. And here we are again. This Sala person, even though you guys are engaged, married, whatever, people are finding his active Tinder profiles. And you're going to ignore it again. Well, guess what, Foodie? The definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over and expecting different results. If you involve yourself with the same kind of people and they're doing the same kind of activities, you're going to get the same kind of misery. Guaranteed.
Accuse me of being. I'm sorry, or should I say, I apologize if I sound bitter. Yeah, I'm a little bitter. I'm trying to do better for my life, and I have people everywhere trying to pull me back down into the stinky bog with them.
And you know what? That's another thing. Here's this picture that she put together, a French fry girl. You're talking to Sala for hours, yet you're going to take your time, during those conversations and make these pictures of other people. So in the midst of these lovely, romantic, sensual conversations, these are your thoughts. I'm going to be nasty to somebody. Foodie, people who are really happy, they're so enthralled in their happiness. They're so engulfed in happiness. They don't have time for anything negative. They don't have time for negative thoughts, negative actions, because they want to move up the ladder, not slide back down. You've been sliding back down real bad. And this is proof right here. Taking time out of your day to do things like this.
You can stay there. I'm moving on up. I'm getting married. I'm going to live an amazing life. This move is happening. I'm glowing up in life, behind the scenes, and from now on, I'm only allowing you whatever privacy I want to give you. And honestly, the way things are going to...
Oh, by the way, Foodie, let me blow this up. So you've got the eye widening filter, you got the skin smoothing filter, and the filters that you're using to try to hide the lip burns ain't working. You can still see them. You see one here, one down here, and this one down here. You can still see them. Those filters can only do so much. You're asking far too much of them.
Going to be going with my channel? Probably not much. My privacy is something I have not valued my entire life. Do I regret that? I see people, desperate reaction channels and desperate...
You never valued your privacy because you put too much value on revealing every single fucking thing that you could to us. STDs, having gonorrhea, blah, blah, blah. You put a value on everything in your life and you sold it. You sold yourself. Every single part of you, you sold yourself. And now there's nothing left of value that you can sell. Suddenly you want to rebrand. You sold yourself cheap for a few dollars. And now you're not lacking in value. You don't have any value. So you're trying to create value now.
Desperate women trying to break this up, but it's not going to happen. Why would Sala, and listen carefully, ladies, why would Sala go for you girls when he has a Canadian queen like me?
Because you're not a Canadian queen. You're not a queen, period. And putting a little, emoji with the crown on does not make you a queen, ma'am. Being a queen means that you are a queen and you're taking care of your business. You're not trying to run all over the dating sites trying to find somebody to correct everything you've done wrong and to rescue you from the mess you've made in your life. Queens don't do that. They put their big girl panties on and they handle their own business. That makes you a queen, not a crown.
You make no sense. Anyway, I'm just terribly bored with all the speculation I'm seeing, and I have to tell you, none of it's true. I want to just say, if I'm being scammed, why?
You know, if I'm being scammed, if you're getting married to somebody or engaged or in a relationship, there should be no fucking if. Should be no if about it. If you're getting married, if you're getting engaged, there should be no if, Foodie. There should be no if I'm getting scammed. No, 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 no. You're supposed to trust your partner, whoever that person might be. You should know that they're there because they love you and they're going to spend the rest of their lives with you. There should be no fucking if. If there's an if, now there's going to be a problem later.
Why has he not made any videos to try to leech off my YouTube channel? Why has he not been pushing me to do content? Why has he promised to take care of me as my husband?
He promised to take care of you, but is he taking care of you now? Is he sending you money? Is he sending you gifts? Is he helping you out financially? You guys are a couple. Is he doing any of that? No. Have you gotten anything physical to show that you're in a relationship with this dude? No. And to answer your question about why he's not asking you for anything right now, because if he's a professional scammer, this is what they do. They know that people are getting hip to the scamming game very fast, and so he's playing the long game. He's not asking for anything right now, but it doesn't mean he won't ask for something later. And the later part of it, he might hit you up for a big amount of money all in one shot. Rather than ask for a little amount spread out, he's going to ask for a big amount right away. And you know what the spin he's going to put on it? Well, I've never asked for anything before. It's just this one time. That's how he's going to get you. And you know what? You're stupid enough that you will give him a lot of money.
This is what a real man does. I have found myself a real man, yes, halfway across the world. It's a vast world. Why am I going to be closed-minded and limit myself to someone here? Salah is my soulmate. He happens to be in another country. So we're going to make it happen. I can. And I will. What other scams? He's using me for citizenship. Number one, we don't have green cards here. Sponsoring a spouse, yes, it's a big process. It's not just quick and easy like that.
Okay, a little something else I know about sponsorship. Sponsoring somebody, that means the board that looks at you, they're going to look at your income and see if you can support your spouse. If you're going to sponsor somebody. But she just said he's got a bunch of money. He's rich, right? This guy's supposed to be rich. So he's got his own income. So he really wouldn't need Foodie to take care of him. But if they go through sponsorship, that would mean she's got to prove her income. And they're going to look at everything, probably her back taxes and all that. So I don't think that angle's going to work.
Also, who says he's even coming here right now? This is the thing. I even saw a rumor that he has no family. How are people making these claims when they don't even know us? They don't know anything. And guess what? You're not going to. I have every right to my privacy. I'm taking back my privacy. You can put every video, every thumbnail, every picture of me you want of my past. And that hasn't scared him away. He knows who I am. He knows I'm Foodie Beauty. And he loves
me. I'm going to just take a wild hair here and say that Salah might actually be Natter. Because Natter knows about her past. Natter knows about her YouTube. Natter doesn't care. Natter has been really, really quiet right now. Why has he been quiet? Where's he been? I think Salah might be Natter. Because Natter wouldn't care. Maybe Chantal is going to get married to Natter. And the agreement is that she take care of him. I don't know. I'm just speculating here. We're free to speculate over here. Her marrying Natter and finally getting a relationship makes more sense than somebody across the world with money and who's a businessman being interested in Foodie.
It's me for me. As a person, I have a lot to offer. Just because I pick my nose in old videos means I'm not worthy of love. Okay. Or maybe because I went through a hard time and I was in an abusive relationship and resorted to drugs.
Looks like the drug use hasn't stopped. What's up with those recent visits to the outhouse, Foodie? What's up with all the burns all over your lip? Would you like to explain that? I mean, you could explain one sore, one burn, and say, oh, I ate a hot piece of pizza or something and burned my lip. That happens sometimes to some people. But you've got several. How do you explain all of those? You're not saying where those are coming from.
To cope with things, so that's going to be rubbed in my face over and over. Nice try, but no. I don't live in the past. You guys do. I'm moving forward, and so are my Beezers. My loyal Beezers, and that's all that matters. And the rest, well, whatever. Also, I would like everyone to reach out to people who are having their names mispronounced over and over. Go ask them if that matters. Go ask them if that.
So she's still raging about people calling Salah salad. Calling him salad is not a racist thing. And let me remind you, Foodie, that the whole salad thing started in your chat. Somebody in your chat used the term salad. It started there.
That matters. I will let you know there's one reaction channel particularly who keeps being racist just because that's the only way they feel they can get to me out of desperation. But every harassment is being documented and noted, and I'm actually in contact with a representative from YouTube about a lot of things. This might take a while, maybe, I don't know how long. I guess while they look into it. But I'm tired of not fighting for my rights in any way. The rights to my privacy. I need to take responsibility for myself. But where's the community's responsibility and everything? So it's okay to just be racist.
You know, Foodie, a little observation. Something I've noticed about you. You don't like mirrors. You don't like anything that resembles a mirror. Not just mirrors that are, say, in your bathroom or in a department store when you change your clothes. It's not just physical mirrors that you hate. You hate anything that shows the reality of you. And that's why you have such a hatred for the reaction channels. It's not just about them making money off of you. It's the fact that each and every one of them is a mirror for you. We capture your bad behavior. We capture your offensive behavior. We capture who you are by reacting to videos that you post on your channel. And we put it out there for the world to see. So you have a bunch of mirrors on YouTube, about 60 or so reaction channels, 60 mirrors, 60. And you hate each and every one of them because each one of them is a mirror that shows off who you really are and who you continue to be. And you may be trying to rebrand yourself on Instagram, but what about YouTube? You're not showing us anything new on YouTube. You may have changed the way you dress, but not the way you behave. You're still the same hateful, nasty person you ever were. If you want a new life where you're with Salah or Natter, if you're going to get married, if you're going to move into a new place and be a whole new person, that's fine. But your past is your past. And it seems like your past is also your present because you're still the same person you were. You haven't changed one bit. And the reaction channels continue to be your mirrors. You'll make a community post, then delete it. you'll make a video or a live stream and then delete it because you want the ability and the space to be nasty to people, and you think that you're getting away with something and doing something by deleting it, but the reaction channels capture all of it, and you can't get rid of it. You can't get rid of the mirrors. And that really pisses you off. The fact that no matter what you do, no matter how many strikes you throw out, no matter how many complaints, the mirrors will always be there to capture who you are and what you do.
Racist and just say racist things now, and just so the onus is still on me for that, right? Because of something a comment I made a long time ago that wasn't even racist. Yeah, okay. You're all crappy, and every time you do something racist like that, I will report you. All right, so just
okay, this picture right here, and she included it in her video. This is Charlie Gold. Hello, Charlie. Charlie is a wonderful person. Love her live chat. She's very entertaining. Charlie's a beautiful woman, is she not? And girl, Charlie, I love your makeup look today. Awesome. But this, she's got like a clown emoji over this here. Do you know what this is? I'll tell you what this is if you don't know, y'all. This is the YouTube silver play button. This is the plaque that YouTube will send you if you go over 100K in subscribers. Charlie's had hers for quite a while. This is something that Foodie has been wanting for the longest. But because of her shenanigans, because of her nonsense and being toxic, she just can't reach 100K. She's at 92K right now. I suspect she's been buying subs again, 100 at a time. And yes, you can do that. There are websites where you can buy subs. I wouldn't recommend it because it's against the YouTube terms of service. And the bots will find out anyway and get rid of them. But Chantal desperately wants this. She wants this plaque badly. Charlie's had hers for a while. Chantal doesn't have hers. Something I want to point out to you, Chantal. This beautiful woman, Charlie Gold, coming on stream. Never once has she showed off her boobs or her punani. Never once has she come on camera high or drunk or acting inappropriately, breaking terms of service, and she got this. And you've done all that. You've shown off every part of your body on YouTube. You've binged on camera and profited off of your own eating problem. You've done drugs on camera. You've greened out on camera. You've done distracted, dangerous driving on camera. You profited off of SA and DV, and still you did not get this plaque. Look at Charlie, beautiful woman. She got this. And she didn't have to do all that nonsense behavior, but you did. And you still don't have yours. All the things you've shown on YouTube, all the shock and the drama, you still don't have that. You still don't have it. That makes me happy knowing that you don't have it. But you're trying to make fun of Charlie. The biggest laugh is on you. Everything you've done on YouTube to make money, all the things you've shown, selling every part of yourself to YouTube, you still don't have that plaque, do you? Nope, still out of your reach. I love that for you.
just a brief history on this racism accusation, which is so contrived and so far-fetched. It's insane. But anyway, this person, Charlie Gold, was a reaction channel up my butt and around the corner since I started YouTube, basically fat shaming me for.
Can I just say this? Charlie doesn't do reactions every day. She doesn't do reactions every day. She does her live chats every once in a while, which are very entertaining, like I said. So how is she up your butt and around the corner if she doesn't do reactions to every single one of your videos? She doesn't live stream 3 times a day. You're just big mad that this beautiful, smart woman has got something that you don't have. And you probably never have. Actually, she's got a lot of things you don't have, like class, integrity. She knows what to do. You don't have any of that either.
years, using my content for years, and one day I snapped. And since she liked to make fun of my name and everything else, I decided to call her instead of Charlie Gold because she definitely isn't worth the value of gold and is not shiny like gold is what I was referring to, not her skin color. The color of her soul was coal. Her personality is coal. She is valueless like coal. Her
Actually, coal is very valuable, and a coal can turn into a diamond. Did you not know that, Chantal?
opinions are like coal, not gold. It was a play on the term gold, the opposite of gold in mineral terms, I guess. In
Oh, shut up. All this dumb explanation from you is not even making any sense. Be quiet. So done with you.
bitter and jealous that
And making fun of French fry girl.
they can't be me and have my life and have the men in my life.
The, the men in your life that you paid for, yeah, we're all jealous of that. If you are hotter than 90% of the people on YouTube, how is it, ma'am, that you have to pay for men? If you are hotter than all of us, why do you got to pay for dick? Why?
It's a problem and it's actually scary and it is harassment and I'm dealing with it behind the scenes. Also, I just
Ooh, look at that filter picture. Lord have mercy. Filters in effect, filters for days. Filters turn to 9,000. Look at the filters going. Look, just look. What a difference filters can make.
want to say desperately that you will not find a Tinder account for Salah anywhere.
Girl, we just saw a real picture of you not too long ago. You don't look like that.
So have fun with that. That is clearly fake. People are trying so
That picture is clearly fake. What are you talking about?
hard to do anything to make me miserable and split us up. Again, it's not going to work. Only God will keep me from this man and my future. I also don't know where people are surprised about my bitchy community posts. My community post being ageist was directly in response, as I said in my video, to this old woman.
And who told you you had to go over to her channel and watch her video? Were you being forced at gunpoint to watch her video? No. You wandered out of your backyard to somebody else's, and then you have the nerve to complain about that person doing their content on their channel. Do you see the problem? It just seems like you have a pattern of doing things to make yourself mad. You're over there talking about stay mad, stay mad. You're the one staying mad. Part of that is because you need new content. You need something to rage about. You need something to talk about. You can't talk about Natter anymore. And you sold every part of your body and your soul on YouTube to make a little bit of cash. You ain't got nothing left. You got no value left. So let's go after the reaction channels. Let's find a handful of them and go after them. Nobody told you you had to go on Twitter, go on their community posts, go in their comment sections, go in their live chats, and say what you have to say. And if you're going to do all that, then having your comments open. Chantal, stop being a coward and hiding behind that block feature. If you're going to dish it, then take it. A queen can take it. A queen will stand still and take it. If it's coming, you run from it. That just shows you're a coward. That also shows you're not a true queen, ma'am. The only thing you're a queen of is trash and paneer.
Constantly fat shaming me. So,
oh, you over there talking about fat shaming when you went after Perfectly Imperfect for losing weight. Imagine that. You over there yelling and screaming about fat shaming and trying to shame somebody who was once more overweight and they got the surgery and they lost the weight. Hypocrite.
Sorry? Unbelievable. So yes, I guess for those who are just like, let's see her rage, here you go, I guess. I don't know what makes your day, floats your boat. makes you alive in life, but apparently seeing me rage does it. And really, that's really sad that that actually speaks more about you than it ever will about me, honey.
You know what, Foodie? I think you've got an anger problem. You actually have said that. You've actually said, I've got an anger problem. Well, with anger problems, you need therapy. You haven't got any therapy. Your therapy is raging at everybody. Okay? You got an anger problem. And you need, maybe you being full of rage and anger is how you feel the most alive. Because there's nothing else in life that makes you feel alive like you do when you get angry at people. Maybe that's why you do it.
Stay mad.
No, well, obviously you're going to stay mad. You're raging all over the place. Stop raging and be happy like you claim to be. How about that? Anyway, that's it for this React video. I'm going to leave the link for Perfectly Imperfect's video and Just Saying's video in the description. Please check them out and sub up to the channel and give a like. Thank you for watching and have a good day. Bye-bye.